And with a check on the roads.
Kelly, good morning. I'm keeping my eye on a new crash right now in Lake County along Florida's Turnpike. This is only impacting those northbound travelers at Howie in the Hills. This is just north of US 27 off onto the shoulder. Hard to see because it's pretty dark in this area, but it does involve an 18-wheeler, so not blocking any lanes, but seeing traffic on that northbound side moving a bit slower through this area. So take note of that if you're heading that way. I-4 though, no traffic issues for your Thursday morning drive. This is a live look from our tower camera looking near Lake Ivanhoe. No heavy delays and no crashes to worry about along I-4 so far this morning. We'll take a look at those travel times in a few minutes. Jason.
And then by Wednesday, we cool down to 80 degrees. All right, it's 6:20. Let's get over to Megan with a check on the roads.
Kelly, good morning. I am monitoring just a couple traffic issues this morning. If you're heading out the door, there is a crash in Kissimmee along Orange Blossom Trail. This is at Old Dixie Highway. You can see here some delays on the map if you're heading that way. This is just east of I-4. So keep that in mind if you're traveling along this part of OBT in Kissimmee. Also along I-4, tracking some delays in Osceola County. This is I-4 eastbound just before you get to Darrell Carter Parkway, right past State Road 535. The crash not blocking any lanes, but off onto the shoulder. Looks like just two cars involved here, but you can see stop and go through this area. And that is reflecting in those travel times right now along I-4 eastbound from Highway 27 to the beach line. We're sitting there at 21 minutes.
Hour by hour in just a few minutes, but first let's get over to Megan with a check on the roads.
Kelly, good morning. I'm keeping my eye on just a couple traffic issues this morning along I-4. Some heavy delays eastbound here. If you're traveling just before you get to Darrell Carter Parkway, right past State Road 535, a crash here blocking the left shoulder. Looks like that tow truck has arrived there at the scene. Two cars involved, but it is creating some backups in this area. So take note of that if you're heading that way. Also in Kissimmee, keeping my eye on a crash along Orange Blossom Trail at Old Dixie Highway. Tracking some slowdowns on the northbound side, but no need for a detour here. I'll be monitoring these crashes and we'll take a look at those travel times in a few minutes.
The upper 70s and low 80s by Wednesday, but ahead of that, it's really just going to be dry and mild conditions. All right, it is 6:49. Let's get over to Megan with a check on the roads.
Kelly, good morning. It is not a bad time to head out the door if you're getting ready for that morning drive, and keeping my eye on one crash along I-4. This is looking at those eastbound lanes in Osceola County right before you get to Darrell Carter Parkway. Blocking off that left shoulder here, you can see those slowdowns for those eastbound travelers. So expect those delays if you're traveling close to those attractions this morning. Westbound, though, is not impacted by that crash. Also want to give you a live look near those attractions. Our chopper is up and cruising live this morning. Still waiting for that sun to come up, but looks like good visibility this morning for those of you heading out for your morning drive. No fog to worry about, and just the typical traffic we see around this time of morning. You can see that in those travel times. I-4 eastbound from Champions Gate to Colonial Drive, we're at 39 minutes. Westbound, no delays there. We're sitting at 26 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Your top stories are straight ahead. Shoulder here, not impacting those lanes, but you can see it is slow moving if you're traveling through that area. Closer to Maitland, our chopper is up and cruising live over I-4. No delays here. So waiting for that sun to come up, but those travel times are still mostly sitting in the green. I-4 from Lake Mary Boulevard to Princeton Street and back, we're sitting at less than 14 minutes.
All right, Megan, we take you to a view of some of that sunrise out over downtown Orlando. Great looking start to this Thursday, Mayor.
Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 4:30 a.m.